Welcome to Lifing 101, a journey through life's experiences, challenges, and interpretations. An intriguing and soul-refining podcast that explores the countless twists of life. Get ready to be amused, enlightened, entertained, empowered, and inspired. Hosted by Tina C. Christian, your MC with the LPC, and guest co-host Lorenda McKinney, your MC with the PhD.
Welcome, lovely listeners, to an exciting episode of Lifing 101 podcast,
where we dive into life's little mysteries and offer you insights to help you lead a happier, more fulfilling life.
I'm your MC with the LPC, Tina C. Christian, navigating y'all through this journey up and down and all around on this emotional roller coaster we call life.
And I'm your MC with the PhD, Lorenda McKinney. So grab your favorite beverage, find a comfortable spot, sit back and relax while we embark on this restorative journey together.
Good morning, afternoon, or evening out there. So today we're talking about Livin La Vida Loca, how to level up from just existing to living out loud. So, Doc, I know there's a lot of people out here just existing. They're not living their best life. They're not living their life like it's golden or any of those good songs or things. So today we're going to kind of talk about and give people some tips or some ways that they can live their life fully rather than just merely existing. Without further ado, what are some things that you can think of to help people, give them some tips about how they can live their lives out loud and not just exist?
All right, Miss Tina. So we know we always see people post memes that say, I know life is not about just working and paying bills. And it shouldn't be.
Correct. Or
and
correct.
Correct. And we don't want you not to pay a bill. And we don't want you to be irresponsible, but you also do have to think of ways to make sure that you are living and not just existing.
Right.
So one of them would be setting meaningful goals. And I remember at the end of last year, we kind of went over New Year's resolutions or things that we would change.
Right.
So I've done pretty good with redirecting, but I necessarily haven't started saving anything.
Hey, it's all the same.
I'm just kind of squeezing out that traveling money. I said, maybe I should call it redirecting, where I'm not buying other things, but I'm traveling more.
Right.
But literally, I've managed to travel January. February, we had a wonderful sister retreat. In March, I went to Dallas for a soul food festival. And then this month, I'm going to see a friend in Austin. So I've did pretty good with setting my meaningful goals of making sure that I travel more and hold off on other things.
Right.
COVID kind of stopped it a little bit.
For everybody.
Yeah. And then just family things. My mom been sick kind of slowed it down a little bit too, but I'm back up and running now. So it's important to set meaningful goals. Set things that actually will make you happy and feel like you're not just going through the motions. You're clocking in every day, clocking out every day, but you don't know where your money is going or what you're doing besides working.
Right. Yeah, meaningful goals is the key. Not just goals, but meaningful goals. Goals that have some meaning and purpose, because everybody's goals are different.
Right.
So definitely, I can agree. Something for me would be to step out of your comfort zone. Because we all get so comfortable with doing just the everyday, regular, stuck in the rigmarole of the monotony. Step out your comfort zone. Live a little bit. I have a funny story about that, stepping out of your comfort zone. So when I was in college and I was taking a course, I don't even remember what course it was, but one of the assignments was to step out of your comfort zone and do something that you wouldn't be comfortable with or that you normally wouldn't do. So my thing was this. I don't like strippers. I don't either. I don't like strip clubs. I don't like they're so it's degrading. It's nasty. It's
a waste of money. I
guess I'm a germaphobe, so I don't want you all up on me dancing and slinging the sweat and all that. No, keep that shit over there. So anyway, I was like, damn, I'm gonna go to a strip club, you know. So I had my cousin Alicia. I'm like, girl, I gotta go to this strip club. I had my sister. I'm like, I gotta go to the strip club. Let's go. So I'm gonna do this assignment. So we went into the strip club, and the whole time I was in there, I was such a wreck. Now, do you remember, if you're from Kansas City, you may remember Satin Dolls. down off of Van Brunt and Raytown Road. So, of course, we chose that place to go. Maybe we shouldn't have. However, we did go. I think that was Alicia's choice anyway. Helpful. That was her choice. So we went there and oh my God, was I so uncomfortable. But I look back and I'm glad that I at least experienced it because I had never gone to an actual like strip club.
I haven't either.
I wanted to know what it was like. And so I'm in the bathroom and the women are in there getting prepared for the strip club. I'm like, oh my God, oh, this is so awkward. And I'm inside of the strip club and I'm standing there and I'm trying to act like I'm not uncomfortable or nervous. And I can remember some guys talking about hitting my butt and stuff. I'm like, I don't work here. And I remember we were getting ready to leave and a guy was pulling, I had a sweater on with a hoodie and the guy's pulling my hoodie and I'm like screaming like, let me go. And my sister's like, I'm like, let her go. And Alicia's like cracking up laughing because it's funny to her. And I'm like, I don't work here. So it was so uncomfortable. However, I'm kind of glad that I went and had the experience. It wasn't for me. But I was willing to step outside of my comfort zone and do something a little different or out of the ordinary for me and experience something. And I'm not saying you got to go to a strip club.
Right.
But I say step out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Try something new, something a little challenging, something that's exciting. However, I say that and then I think like, girl, you're not doing none of that stuff. That was it for me.
Yeah, but you probably can think of some. You probably can think of some things.
I can, but I know, like when we go out of town and stuff, Bobby's always wanting me to do things to step outside of my comfort zone. Like, let's go parasailing. Hell no. Let's go jet skiing. Hell no. So find something that you can do that's within your limits, that's outside of your comfort zone, is what I'm saying. Because you don't have to be very daring or adventurous to the point where you're very uncomfortable. But just step outside of your comfort zone and try some new things.
Right.
Live a little bit. Just a little. You don't have to live a lot of it. Even though we're saying live out loud. Yes, living out loud for you may mean something completely different than what it means for the next person. So although jet skiing and parasailing is not for me, I can do some other things that would allow me to step outside my comfort zone and just experience some new things is what we're saying.
Right. And I've always said I wanted to travel alone. And I've mastered that domestically, but I still haven't traveled alone internationally. And I really don't know if I'm ready for that. It's just something about your family not finding out you're missing and they done abducted you and took 2 to 3 weeks afterwards. They done made $1 million off of sex trafficking you and your family didn't get none of that money. So I haven't did the international yet, but I have done the domestic. I went to Dallas and I went to Chicago last year and I actually had a good time. It was just a chance to just kind of do what you want to do. If you decide you want to rest, you can. So that was stepping outside my comfort zone because I said I always wanted to, but trust me, the minute I do international and I make it back alive, I'm going to let y'all know.
Right. That's going to be a challenge. I'm still not even comfortable traveling alone because it's just a different age and time that we're in. And it's just so much stuff going on. So again, if you do decide that you want to travel alone, just check in with your people.
Yeah,
let
be
them
safe.
Know that you're okay and be aware of your surroundings because the last thing we want to do is to hear about or have someone say, well, they told us to, and then something happens. So just make sure you're being safe, be aware of your surroundings, check in with your people.
Right.
Even if you're not attached to your social media or your electronic device, at least let people know I'm here, I'm safe, I made it, I'm leaving, just
just let people have an idea where you're at.
Right.
And this is interesting because over the weekend I read an article where a lady ended up getting sexually assaulted by a former Uber driver. And let this make sense to you. She did not check the license plates, the driver's name, or the car color before she got in. Oh my. So she just got in. And he did sexually assault her. But his wife said he hadn't did Uber in an extended amount of time. So at one point he was an Uber driver. So he just lucked out by somebody being careless and intoxicated. And she got in. But honey, if you don't say my name and that license plate don't match and that car color is not right, I'm not getting in.
Yeah, just make safe choices and decisions and be aware of your surroundings and make sure that if nothing else, somebody knows that you're okay and where you are.
And where you
like
are.
That. Yeah.
That's right.
So, yeah, definitely. But stepping out of your comfort zone is something that I encourage people to do, to live a little bit, live out loud, step outside of your comfort zone, find out what that is for you.
Yeah.
Because that may be something different, whether it be traveling alone or going to a strip club. It may be something, something simple. I don't know.
And it doesn't have to be huge. If it's just something that takes you from what you normally would do.
The norm.
Hey.
Break the monotony.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's something else you can think of?
I would say practice gratitude. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of times maybe we're not thankful for things that we do have.
We're not.
Yeah, or things that we have access to. We just don't maximize it, so we feel like it's not a thing. But you really do have to practice gratitude because we have a lot more than a lot of people do. And they would gladly take our place at any given moment or just borrow some of our things because I'm sitting in Tina's luxury lounge right now, y'all. That's about 5 purses and 3.5 hats. And I only say 1.5 because I don't know which one I want the fourth one to be. Yeah. But she has a ton of goodies, y'all.
Yeah.
So I could really take a few of these bags and some of these hats and a few pieces, some bracelets. So while Tina probably be like, I haven't worn that in forever, I probably would put it on and be happy to have it on.
But see, that's what I'm saying. We need to start living a little bit, getting out. I know COVID kind of
it changed some things. Yeah.
And everybody's having a hard time. Well, not everybody, but some people are having a hard time coming out of that mode.
Yeah.
So we're kind of still stuck in that, safe at home type of thing.
Yeah. And I do like that.
I do.
Yeah.
I like being at home and everything, but I also like to get out and I want to get out more.
Yeah.
And I encourage you all to get out more. And so definitely practicing gratitude, I say, like you said, just being aware of the things that we do
Your
have.
blessings,
because we get so hung up on the things that we don't have, and that's easy.
And the things we want next.
That's easy. But really being aware and mindful of the things that you do have and being grateful, that is huge.
Right.
So yes, I agree. Practicing gratitude for everything and anything that you do have and someone else is probably praying for.
Yeah, because just think when somebody say, what we having for dinner, you probably got 7 choices that you can make from your refrigerator and your freezer.
Yeah.
Or when you think of what am I wearing, you probably got 40 choices where there's somebody that don't even have to ask what they're eating because they're not eating.
Yeah, or somebody don't know they don't have to ask what they're wearing because hey,
it's the same clothes. Exactly. So make sure that you are aware of your blessings and make sure that you do take that into consideration.
And so with that being said, to kind of piggyback off of that, just living mindfully, you know? So living mindfully and being aware and living in the here and now and being aware with how you are, how you're feeling, what's going on around you, what you can and can't do, and what you would like to do. Being mindful of everything. Your house, your situation, your finances. But when we say, kind of set meaningful goals, step outside of your comfort zone and practice gratitude, you have to be mindful of some things that are going to be important that allow you to do those things. So being mindful of your finances, for one, because if you want to travel and stuff, you're going to have to have the finances to do it.
You're going to have to do the right thing like Spike Lee.
Right. If you can't afford it, then definitely be mindful of that. But if you can, then by all means do. If stepping outside of your comfort zone means, like I said, going to a strip club or doing some parasailing or zip lining or whatever, okay. But if it's not something that you can handle, be mindful of that. Knowing your limits and your boundaries and limitations of things that you can do is going to be helpful for you when you're able to really think and live mindfully of what you're capable of, what you're able to do, what your finances will allow you to do, I think.
Yeah, because we don't want you to be irresponsible, but we do want you to live a little. If you're the person that just save, maybe you should pull a little out and do something special for yourself. And that's not going to be the end of the world because like the older people say, you're going to have bills until the day you take your last breath.
And then some after.
Yeah. So
you can't take it with you.
Right. And if it's something you can do that doesn't cause something to get shut off or neglect something else, treat yourself. Take
Right.
yourself out and do something special with yourself. And I'll go to lunch by myself in a heartbeat.
Ooh, you and me
So
both.
just go and take yourself to lunch or something.
Correct. What's something else you can think of?
Cultivating meaningful relationships. And this is so good because now it's 2 months almost. So in February, Tina hosted a sisterhood retreat. It was so awesome. And you never realize how much you're going to walk away with until you're walking away and you realize all the funny things that happened and all the people now you can reach out to and just say, hey, I'm just checking on you or whatever. These are people that now they probably are feeling a lot like you. They're probably interested in making connections.
Right.
And talking and getting to know you a little more. So just cultivating meaningful relationships, like that's important. Sometimes the people in your life, they'll help expose you to the other side of living out loud. Where you weren't doing it before, they may be able to say, let's go do this. And it may be out of your comfort zone. So just cultivating those relationships to help you live out loud so that you're not just going through the motions.
Right. Because some things that you may not be comfortable with,
Right.
they may do.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, like you said, you may have a friend or a family member that will call you up or text you or something and kind of be like, let's do this. Some stuff you probably wouldn't do regularly,
Right.
but they're allowing you to do some other things and live out loud because of those meaningful
Right.
relationships. So I agree. Yes, definitely. Cultivate meaningful relationships with others so that you can have opportunities to experience other things in life and live out loud instead of just existing.
Right.
And of course, I would say another thing that I can think of is prioritizing self-care.
Right.
That is definitely living out loud. We've talked about it since day one, and
Yes.
we'll continue to talk about it because it is very important to me and to us, and it should be to you. But self-care should be priority number one. You should always take care of yourself. And so what that looks like in living out loud is being the best you that you can be and taking care of yourself the best that you can. So whether that means getting more rest, someone that needs it would say that. However, whatever your rest regimen is, get you some rest, drinking more water, taking care of your physical, emotional, everything about yourself, and putting yourself first and not allowing others to make you put yourself on the back burner, because we've talked about that as well. So it's going to be important to put self first sometimes. It's good and it's okay to take care of your family members and others
Right.
and your family and everything, but don't forget yourself. Prioritize self. That's how you will learn how to live out loud, doing some things that you enjoy, doing some
Right.
things for you and not just for others, because it's easy if you're a helper or a caregiver to lose yourself and continually do for others and forget yourself because you're so caught up in the moment of caring for others. So don't forget about you. You are important. Priority number one.
Right. And that's so true. So I'll tell you something that's a little corny. So we kind of got side-eyed about it. So me and we had all went to Blue Jeans and Blazers in January. So Blue Jeans and Blazers wasn't enough for us. So me and one of my friends, we got this highly overpriced hotel room. So when everybody else was leaving Blue Jeans and Blazers and going home, they was like, what y'all about to do? We was like, well, we got a room. Everybody was looking at us like, what the hell y'all get a room for? Y'all got a house. But I'm telling you, it's the small things. It was a staycation. And honey, not only did I get the overpriced hotel room, I Ubered down to it. Like I don't even live here and have a car. But if you guys know me, I said when I grow up, I want a driver, a chef, a personal trainer, and a housekeeper. So I was kind of living my driver life because, honey, they pulled up. I had my little bag. He dropped me off at the hotel. We went down there. Then we met our friends for dinner. Then we went to the party. Then we went back to the hotel and lived our best life. So regardless of what it feels like, just like sometime before I leave to go on vacation, the night before, I'll go stay in a hotel the night before. But I'm just getting myself all up in the vacation. Yeah, I'm starting it now. So just regardless of what it looks like, even if people side eye you like, that was a waste of money. Well, it came out of my pocketbook, and we thought it was worth it. So
it's what's important for you. And if you feel like it's worth it and it's special or meaningful to you, then that's all that matters. You know? It doesn't matter what someone else thinks.
Right.
Yeah. I can also think of, embracing curiosity.
Right.
So embracing curiosity, that meaning staying open to new ideas, perspectives, and experiences, and asking questions, seeking knowledge, and never stop learning, because we're never too old. They They say you can't teach an old dog new tricks.
But you can.
However, we never stop learning. So
Right.
I'm going to say you can always teach everybody a new trick. So embrace curiosity. Be open-minded about things and new ideas. Don't be so quick to shut down and or close yourself off from experiences and opportunities
Right.
that you normally would not, take advantage of. Because I know me personally, being who I am and being a Virgo. Yes, I'm a Virgo. Hi, I'm Tina, and I'm a Virgo. No, but for real though. Yeah, okay, so if y'all know Virgos, no, we not crazy. We just perfect. That's what they say, but that's because they don't understand the perfection of it. However, no, for real. So me being a Virgo, sometimes I don't open myself up to certain opportunities and stuff because I have this way about me. And only if you're a Virgo and you're listening, you're like, yep, you already know what I'm talking about. So, but I have vowed to open myself up to embrace, some other opportunities and be curious and allow myself to live outside of my comfort zone and do some things that I wouldn't typically do. So even if it's a little out of character for you or out of your personality or whatever, embrace and be curious about some things that you typically wouldn't do or don't even want to do or don't want to open up to them. Live a little bit because tomorrow isn't promised, people. And I would hate for you to not be able to experience some things that were great only because you were so close-minded and felt like that's not something I'm going to like or that I do like, even if you haven't tried it. So give everything a chance. If you feel like you're closed in this little box and you need some new opportunities, well, then embrace curiosity.
Right. And I'll say this. So I'll definitely speak on the experiences because this podcast thing, when we very first started, and I talk to people and I like to talk to people and I like people. I was terrified. I was terrified. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be stumbling and I'm going to be forgetting what to say. And then it got to the point where I look forward to it every Tuesday.
Yeah.
For one, because me and Tina talk before and after the podisode. But it's just nice to get on here and kind of share things. And we're hoping that it reaches somebody and makes a difference.
Hey, reach one, teach one. So if one is told or reached, then our job is done here. However, but I agree. It was a new experience for us. And when people kept telling me, do a podcast, I'm like, what? Podcast? I don't even know. Yeah. It was a little intimidating and the unfamiliar and the unknown is usually a little fearful. However, if it's not a big risk or something that's going to harm you or really cause a big threat, then by all means, embrace it and try it and give it a chance. You never know what you may like.
That's right.
Yeah, like Bobby said, he didn't like cauliflower.
Does he?
That's what...
Does he like it?
He told me he didn't like cauliflower. So we were over in, was it the DR or somewhere, and they had this dish there, and it was all cheesy looking and stuff. And he's like, I'm going to get some of that. So we're sitting at the table, and I'm just looking and laughing because he's tearing it up. He's eating it. He's tearing it. This is good, baby. You should make some of this at home. What's this?
Cauliflower.
But
they fixed it right. I get him.
But here's my thing. If you never are open to trying new things, you would never know if you even like it.
Right.
So, and I get upset when people go, I don't like that. Well, have you tried it?
Right.
No matter if it's food or something else, if you haven't tried it, how do you know if you like it or not? This is true. So that's why I say embrace curiosity and be curious about things that you haven't tried and things that you even think that you don't like, because if you don't try it, you'll never know if you like it.
Right. This is true.
Definitely. And then what's something else?
Living in alignment with your values. And basically, to me, what that is, it doesn't mean we want you to go and dump everything that you've learned and everything that your morals, values, ethics. We don't want you to do that. We want you to live within that because it'll bring a sense of fulfillment and integrity. But we still want you to live out loud. And like Tina said, living out loud does not mean the same thing to everybody, but it'll be a little noticeable to people that know you because they know it's not something you normally would do. because if you're just existing, you're not doing that right now. So if you start doing staycations or if you start taking a cooking class, people that know you might be like, oh, I see that you're doing something different now.
Right.
But it's something to make you feel a little better and feel like you're passing time learning things and doing something fun instead of just work, home, home. Nobody wants to live that way.
No, we weren't meant to just work and pay bills and die. No.
Right.
Live out loud, live, don't just exist.
Right.
Enjoy life every day, every moment.
Yes.
Live in the here and now. And that's back to that mindfulness. When I was saying live mindfully, you want to live in the here and now.
Yeah.
Don't be worried about what happened yesterday. It's gone.
It's gone.
Ain't shit you can do about it.
Nothing.
And don't be worrying about tomorrow because it may never even come.
Right.
But be mindful of the here and the now and enjoy life every minute, every moment, every second that you get. And be mindful of that. It may or may not, happen tomorrow. So let's enjoy it. I'm not saying get crazy and be outlandish and do shit that you wouldn't be proud of. I'm just saying take advantage of every moment and opportunity that you have in life to live out loud and enjoy life and have it be a fulfilling and meaningful life for you.
And when you lay down at night, you'll feel like, oh, I'm glad I did that.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. And so something else that I wanted to kind of talk about is contributing something bigger than yourself. So when I speak about that, I think about like volunteering, donating, helping others. You'd be surprised how good you feel when you do something for someone else other than yourself. And so like when we do the things like the Mother's Refuge.
Yes.
Things like that. I mean, giving back or trying to give to someone who doesn't have. Like when I go through my house and I do things or change rooms around or go through clothes or stuff like that, I want to give it away. Yeah. There's been times when my husband was like, well, can't you sell that? I don't want to sell it.
Yeah, I'm not going through all that.
It's not even about the going through the purpose of or the process of selling. I want to give it to someone that needs it because especially if I'm not even using it anymore, it makes me feel good to know that I helped someone have something that they didn't, and I didn't even have a need for it. So it's just something bigger than myself, helping out someone in need. So I would always like get online and kind of advertise in Craigslist, Nextdoor, Facebook, Marketplace, or whatever. And it's like first come, first serve, or if you need this, because I feel like I'm blessed. Why not bless someone else? Right. Especially if I'm not even going to use it. When I switched out it used to be my office, and I switched it into be my boudoir, my closet.
And honey, it is full of luxury items, honey. If y'all send me some wish lists, I probably can fulfill it for you.
But it was full of office equipment and other things, and I literally gave all that away. I didn't want to sell anything, whether it was desk, chair, pictures, supplies, anything, because I felt like maybe somebody out there is trying to create an office and they just don't have the means. Right. And it was something that I could do for someone else and thinking outside of myself because it is bigger than me.
Right. And you may have helped somebody start a business. Like all they really needed was the office supplies. Exactly. And now they could start their business. So
yeah, but it makes you feel good when you can do something for someone else. Right. So living out loud can mean volunteering. It can mean donating. It can mean mentoring. It can mean doing something that's meaningful and purposeful for you and or other people.
Right. And when you said that, I've been seeing on Facebook a lot, and I never thought of this, and I've done human resources in long-term care for a while. But it said instead of throwing your things away, go and donate them to these nursing homes because these people don't have those things. And a lot of them don't even have family to bring them those things. And when they said that, I said, makes good sense because these things that you have, pants and stretch pants and just t-shirts, you think nobody would want it. That's what they want in a nursing home. They just want comfortable clothes so that they can be clean. Yes. So if you're out there and you have items that you think no one would want and you have a nursing home by you or somewhere, back those things up and take them to them. I guarantee you there's somebody in there that doesn't even have family to bring them things, and they will wash those things up and give them to these residents so that they can have clean clothes.
That's a good point. Thank you for sharing that because I hadn't thought about that either, even with my mom.
Right. And I hadn't
being
either.
in a nursing home, but I mean, she does have family but there's majority of them don't.
And even if they do, they can't buy them clothes.
Right.
And just think if you have 10, like I have some shirts and jeans and everything. Just think if you take 5 pair of jeans up there, that's some clothes for somebody for a week.
That's true.
That they normally would not have.
Definitely. Well, y'all heard her. If you have some stuff you want to get rid of it, half the time we got shit we want to get rid of and we don't know how. I donate to, like I said, Boys and Girls Club,
Mother's
Refuge, Ozenham Home for Children, different places, but I never thought about the skilled nursing facilities or nursing homes, but that will be on my list next time. Thanks, Doc. What's something else you can think of in regarding to things that we can do to live out loud or live La Vida Loca?
One of my favorites, and I tease my family because whenever they send me an invitation for something, I go, y'all know I hate celebrating stuff. I say, y'all know I hate it. And that's what they do, laugh or send back, laugh out loud or shaking my head. Because I love to celebrate. Yes. I do. So it's celebrate your achievements. And me and Tina always tell you, it doesn't have to be huge. No, is it something that you've completed? Is it something that you've never... Yeah, is it something that you thought you couldn't? It doesn't matter if everybody else knows about it. It doesn't matter if it's big or small, but celebrate your achievements. It'll make you feel good. It will. Take yourself out to dinner. Buy yourself something small, a small token or something. When I was working on my doctorate degree, I heard it from both sides. One person was like, just focus. And when you get to the end, celebrate. Then I had somebody else to say, celebrate all your milestones. It's what keeps you going.
Correct.
So I agree with celebrate all your milestones. Don't wait until you get to the end. For one, what if you don't get to the end? And then you've just focused so much on working, you haven't realized how far you've come. So celebrate your milestones.
Yes. I can agree with that. And to go back to the I think first one we talked about with goal setting and meaningful goals, when you're setting those goals, there's short-term and long-term goals, but celebrate those goal achievements. So if there's small short-term goals, because again, that keeps you motivated.
Right.
And there are incentives to go on to the next item and do something else. So say, for instance, if I set a goal to, save $1,000, when I save my first 100, I'm going to be excited. Like, oh my God, I'm like,
I can do this
there. So guess what? I'm going to celebrate that. So again, the small achievements, they mean something too. Maybe not to other people, but they're actually those check marks that you can kind of check off that let you know that you're reaching your overall or your major goal.
Right.
So don't forget to celebrate all your achievements, whether they're big or small. So yes, I can agree with that.
Right. Because ain't nothing like making a checklist and checking everything off, because I do it every day and I will check it off, write a line through it, because I'm like, okay, I got through this. So even like Tina said, just celebrate your goals and check them off. And even if you just saved 100 toward that 1,000, you're 100 closer than you were the day before you saved it.
You didn't have crap. And something else in regarding to like achievements, but let's talk about failures, because everybody looks at failures as like, oh my God, it's the end of the world. It's devastating, things like that. However, embrace your failures because they are actually opportunities for growth.
Right.
Because we just said this earlier. I was like, not all disappointments are disappointments, but so they may be opportunities for you to do something else or to grow from them or learn from them. So embrace your failures and look at them as opportunities for growth. Because say, for instance, if you're trying to do something and you didn't get it done, you failed. Okay. All right. You learn from it. So you grow from it. So next time you try or something else in that same type of realm, you can do better. You're going to grow from that experience in itself. All failures you're going to learn from.
Right.
Just like I thought about when I was younger, I had so many different jobs and I used to look back and be like, oh my God, I worked some here, there, and everywhere. And I looked at myself as bouncing around and I kind of saw that as like a failure. Like I didn't stick with anything. And I have friends that have went straight out of high school and or college and they're at jobs they've been at forever and about to retire. And that's awesome. And I celebrate that achievement with them. However, I used to look at myself and like, you don't have that. And so I looked at it as a failure. However, that wasn't for me.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a failure. It was actually an opportunity for growth because everything that I learned from every single job has brought me to where I am now.
That's right.
And has taught me things that I wouldn't have learned or known had I not had those opportunities. Like, say, for instance, working with the children's division. That taught me about things that I didn't want to do.
Right.
It taught me about things that I needed to know when I became a therapist or when I worked for Communitech or A+, which y'all probably don't know what the hell that is, but those were web hosting companies that I did billing for and dedicated servers and things like that. However, guess what? I know how to build websites. Right. I know how to do billing. When I worked for Custom Color and I was accounts receivable, guess what? I'm an entrepreneur and I'm a business owner. I know how to do my own damn bill. I'm a one-man band. I can do it all. I can do my website. I can do my books. I can do reception. I can do my email. I've learned so many different things from so many different opportunities that I looked at originally as failures, thinking I didn't succeed. I was a leasing consultant on the weekends, part-time. Well, guess what? That taught me a lot about business aspects and the things that I'm working towards now with my retreats. Right. So it's like everything I've ever done has played a role in what I'm doing now. So don't look at things that you see as failures as true failures. Look at them as opportunities for growth. Celebrate them. Embrace them. That's
Yeah. Your scenic route came with purpose.
Amen.
And just because one person's didn't go that way has nothing to do with yours. Yeah. So it's still important. And then they say anybody that has never failed has never tried anything.
Correct.
Because if you have tried some things, it's not going to always come out the way you want it to.
Right.
And it's just the way it is.
And like I said, I'm still thinking back. I'm still sitting there thinking like, oh my God, I've done everything from customer service. Again, business.
Right.
It helped me, assembly line work. Okay. It gave me sense of purpose in regarding to production and outcomes and things like that.
Right.
Goals and deadlines.
And production and
yes. I mean, every single thing that you've probably ever done is preparing you for something that you probably want to or will do.
Right. And as a business owner, all those things come in handy for you.
Because I've had people to tell me, like you said, oh, that entrepreneur and business owner is not for the weak. It's not. However, had I not gone through all the things that I've gone through, I would not be able to do all the things that I do now. Yeah. I'm kind of like self-taught. Not really, but really, because they weren't like educational opportunities. They were job experience.
Yeah, the exposure.
And about how and what to do in certain situations. So therefore, even though I didn't retire from them or I didn't stay 10 years or I didn't feel like I was being successful in that particular career, they played a part in a role. Right. So celebrate those failures, people, and embrace them and look at them as opportunities for growth.
Right.
What else you got, Doc?
So this kind of goes with the celebrate achievements, but it's find joy in the little things. So savor those moments and find joy in them. It doesn't matter how big or small it is. Maybe you got to spend an extra 30 minutes with some family that you normally don't get to. Take that in and make sure that you're enjoying it, because who's to say what could happen in the next 5 minutes?
Right.
So just make sure that you find joy in the small things.
Yes, ma'am. And one I'd like to share this, perhaps the most important to me and maybe to you too, but love. Don't hate, love. We've talked about how those negative emotions and affects takes way more energy. Love, it feels good.
It does.
It doesn't take all that extra negative energy or the extra energy out of you. But love is so important. Love
it
yourself.
Comes so easy.
Love your children, your family, your friends, and others. You know, it's be kind to yourself and others and love people. I don't have to harp on that. I don't have to give you more definition or explanation on that because it should be very self-explanatory. Just love yourself and others. What else you got?
So I'm going to say this, but it doesn't pertain to me unless there's wine involved. But get outside. Don't be shut in. My mom always say, y'all be calling it a picnic and everybody's sitting inside the house, because my mom is outdoorsy. So she can sit outside all day. Yeah. But then we'll be like, so we're going to barbecue at your house. And she'll be like, yeah, everybody's inside, but we wait for the barbecue. But get outside. Enjoy it outside. You know, suck it in. Sometimes it is nice to be outside. Like,
it is.
Yeah, you'll walk out after work, because usually when I go into work, I don't come back out until I leave. But when you get back outside, it does. It's something about it. It wakes you up. You feel like you're sleepy when you're at work. And the minute you walk outside, you're wide awake. So just make sure that you get outside and enjoy the simple things. Outside is free. So just get out there and enjoy it. Walk, do whatever you like to do. But just get a little sun in your life.
That's funny because, we were just talking today. I was on a text chat with a few of my childhood friends forever, over 30 years of friendship. And I'm sitting here, I'm scrolling now because I want to find that. Because we were talking about, getting together because one of our friends, she lives in Dallas area and she says she'd be here at the end of May. And so another friend's like, well, let me know dates. And I was saying the same thing, like what dates? Because we want to make sure that we're available.
Everybody's clear, yeah.
Right. And so one of my friends was like, when it's warm outside, we outside. And another friend was like, y'all ass gonna be right in the damn house. And so, a friend of mine, we're Virgo. So, yeah, we kind of lay back. Again, if you're a Virgo, you understand. If you're not, I'm sorry. Born a Virgo. However, we like to do things, but we like to do things on our own time. And we are some people that enjoy our alone time and inside time and things like that. But one of my friends was like, it's going to be a hot girl summer. We're going to be out here. We're going to be outside. And so when the other friend was like, y'all ass going to be right inside. I'm like, you know what? Catch me outside. How about that? Because I'm going to be outside. And I was like, I'm going to have my husband get this backyard back together because my backyard is my oasis. And
it is. It's fabulous, y'all.
It was. However, this disrespectful ass weather and rain and storms and stuff that came through, it didn't do me right. However,
I know, but in 3 blinks, it can be fabulous again.
It's going to be fabulous again. So I'm planning on being outside. But honestly, nature and outside, it's more for us than we know. However, I am an allergy sufferer, so I'm always sounding nostrily on here because of my allergies. However, I will not allow those to prevent me from going outside and enjoy myself. I know that pollen is up, ragweed, tree pollen, things like that. Take your damn Claritin, take your Zyrtec, take your Benadryl, whatever you need to take, but go outside, enjoy it. Don't be a prisoner in your own home because sometimes when I stay inside too long, I'll tell my husband, oh, these damn blinds is turning into prison bars.
Right.
I got to get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
So there were times when the weather is nice, and I will do it again. I'll take my laptop out on the deck or whatever. If I have to sit in my window in my boudoir or when I have my office, I let up the window and sit there and open it up and look outside. It's so peaceful and serene to just get outside sometimes. I'll take my laptop, go sit under the freaking pergola or the gazebo or whatever. I'm going to get out. And so I've been talking about putting a TV out there in the gazebo. I'm going to do that this year or either on the deck, even though we take our TV outside. We're ghetto, but whatever, it works. We go outside, when the games are playing or whatever. Just look for opportunities to get outside, enjoy some fresh air. It will make you feel better. And also, people, when you sit inside, you're actually not getting enough vitamin D from the sunlight. Yeah. So just if you want to go outside in the morning, some things I like to do is to go out and enjoy a good cup of coffee early in the morning before everybody and anybody's out there. And it's just so peaceful. Yeah. Enjoy and take in the scenery around you if you can, if you live in a safe community or neighborhood, or if you have a peaceful neighborhood, just go outside or go to the park, take a walk around the track, take your kids, take your dog, take your grandchildren, do something, but just get outside, people. I agree.
Right. And maybe if you normally take your kids to school, maybe if you're in a walking distance, maybe you can walk them to school. I mean, I'm not saying I would. I'm just saying that sounds great.
It does. It does sound good, girl, but I'm going to drive them. Say, you walk on the side of the car and drive up here, girl. But no, for real, look for opportunities to get outside, enjoy the weather, especially with the weather breaking now. It's not winter anymore. I don't know if there's winter somewhere, cold or snow, but it's nice. It's spring.
Yeah, right now it is.
Enjoy. Spring, summer, fall. Get out there, enjoy it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
And then another thing with me, I'm a foodie. I like food, but I like good food that tastes good. And so I encourage you guys to don't just eat your food, but enjoy it. I know sometimes, don't act like you're in the military and you're a child and you got to hurry up and eat it and chow down and get back to something else. Enjoy your food, savor it. I'm a flavor junkie. And that's part of my problem because I'll keep eating if stuff tastes good and then my fat ass is full and miserable. So don't do that. However, savor your food. It's the little things. Take time out to just really enjoy your food. Make sure that you're making or indulging in meals that look good and
Yeah, and
taste
tastes
good.
good.
I mean, that's something so simple, and people are like, what? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's something that allows you to actually live.
Yeah.
Live out loud. Enjoy your food. Whether you're at a restaurant or if you're at home cooking, make things that are flavorful and colorful.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of excitement, enjoyment, just those little bitty things.
Right. And then just to piggyback off that, I'll say, just go to every happy hour in your city. Just go, honey. Find you something to eat, find you something to drink, and some good people to go with you, and just...
Or by your damn self.
Or by yourself, honey, because happy hour is happy hour.
Yeah, you're going to be happy with or without somebody.
Yeah.
As Mr. Heron would say, we're going to have school with or without you. You're going to be happy with or without somebody if you go on the happy hour.
Yeah.
You know, it may take you a couple of drinks to get there and be happy by yourself, but don't be afraid. That's something else that I did one time. Don't be afraid to do things by yourself. I go to breakfast, I'll go to lunch, I go to the movies, I'll go by myself, and people are like, you go by yourself? I was born by my damn self.
Yeah, and you have to, because you'll find yourself not doing things because if you're always waiting on something. Yeah, you can't do that.
People have other obligations and responsibilities and duties or other engagements that they're engaged in, or they may have a spouse or something. And like, say, for instance, for me, my husband, he works long and strange hours. So there's times on the weekends when other friends may be with their spouses.
Right.
So my spouse may be at work. If I sat here waiting on people, I'd be sitting in this house not able to do anything if I was afraid to go by myself.
Right.
I don't have a problem with going by myself.
Me neither.
It's all about getting the energy to do it for me. But I will do it by myself. I'll go to the movies. I'll go to dinner, lunch, whatever.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to get out there and do things by yourself. I remember when I was in St. Louis, when my father-in-law was ill and we were up there for a while. And I was just like a little overwhelmed. So I was like, I need to get away. I went to First Watch and I went and I sat in there. I ordered a pot of coffee. I put my earbuds in, my little JBLs, and I turned on my Amazon music. And I was by myself. I didn't even really care that the restaurant was full of other people. I ordered a shitload of food that I didn't eat, but it was all very pleasing to the eye, and I had a variety, and it was colorful, and it tastes good. But that was an experience for me.
Exactly.
By my damn self. And I was able to walk away from there, and I walked to the truck, and I remember sitting in the truck like, woo, that felt good.
And it does.
By myself.
Yeah. It's just peaceful.
In another place that I wasn't even from. I mean, it was, it was still in Missouri, but it was in St. Louis. And I was in First Watch having a damn good time
by
myself. I turned my music on. I had my coffee. I had my food, and I took my time. I savored my food. I enjoyed my music. So yeah, it was definitely a good time, and I didn't care that I was alone.
Right, because at the time you don't really feel alone. Like I told you, my sister's like, "You going to that concert by yourself?" I'm like, "Absolutely not. I'm going for his performance." What do you mean? It's like his home. So no, I'm not. But I'm gonna be amongst a bunch of other people. Even when I lived in Houston, I would get dressed and go out all the time there by myself. I would be careful, but I went and enjoyed it just the same.
Yeah. I remember, again, in St. Louis, when my niece and I, we went to Anthony Hamilton's concert and
hey, y'all, I don't know if y'all know, but Tina and Anthony Hammond coordinated their outfits. Honey, she must have posted a picture, and they had spoken before the concert.
It appeared that way, however, we didn't, but we was coordinated.
They was coordinated.
When me and my niece, we drove to St. Louis, got a room, stayed overnight, had a little food and everything, but we went to the concert to see Anthony Hamilton, Maxwell, and Joe, but I was there to see Anthony Hamilton, but Maxwell and Joe was a plus. But when I was in there, me and my niece, we were sitting, and there was a lady beside us, and she was like, hey, and partying with us, and I'm like, she had come by herself, and she was a little hesitant and reluctant to come by herself, but then when she got there and she was partying with us, my niece was like, y'all act like y'all was childhood friends and y'all was kicking. Yes, don't be afraid to get out and do some things, because you never know of the experience or the opportunity that you may have to have a good time, because I'm sure she walked away from there feeling like she was with her friends.
And she had a good time, because everybody's purpose at a concert is the same, to enjoy it. Yes. So as long as you're sitting next to somebody that's come to enjoy it, hey, we all having a good time.
Yes. So don't be afraid to get outside and do things by yourself. And as I talked about before, those morning rituals, and I was talking about get outside, have your cup of coffee. I've talked about before in our podcasts about having a ritual in the morning. I listen to
listen to those
lovely
music.
day or gonna be a good day. Set the mood, set the tone, you know. Literally, your perspective and your perception is really in control of your day and your mindset and what it's gonna look like. You're in control of that. So if you start your day off with a morning ritual or routine saying it's gonna be a good day or a lovely day, then guess what?
It's gonna be that.
Correct. So
are you going to fight everybody in the way of it being a lovely day? You're fighting bears and alligators and everybody.
So wake up early, greet the day, have a good day, create your routines that are good for you, things that you like to do, whatever that looks like and makes you feel good. By all means, do those things. That's part of living out loud. What else you got, Doc?
Take chances and follow excitement. I'm not saying lose your house and your car and everything at the casino. Don't do none of that because Tina or Lorinda don't even got nothing for you to hold till Friday.
No, ma'am, I can't do nothing for you, man.
But take healthy chances. Don't be so afraid to take chances that you miss out on good opportunities. And follow the excitement. You have a right to be excited about life. Yeah, you do. And I'm not saying every day you're just going to be fall over happy because we know realistically things do happen in our life. It's life. But follow the excitement and take the chances you need to take so that you can be your happiest person.
Yeah, don't be afraid of those chances because I know a lot of people are afraid to take risks. Yeah. The only way that you'll ever really know about certain things or if you can do certain things or the joy or excitement of it is by taking chances and taking risks. So don't rob yourself of the opportunity because you were afraid to take chances.
Right, because how will you know what's on the other side if you never go there?
Right. So definitely important. And last thing I can think of is finding your passion. That's big and huge for me because when I stopped doing therapy, I was so distraught. I'll be transparent in saying it broke my heart. It broke me down. It was like I was grieving the loss of a loved one because it was a love for me. I loved doing therapy. I love helping people. I love talking to people. I love being able to provide that support for others. So when I woke up one day and decided I couldn't do that anymore, I'm like, what the hell am I going to do? What am I supposed to do? That was a passion for me. And so being able to find your passion and follow it and do it and having meaning and purpose is huge. That's why Lifing 101 exists right now, because I had to find something that would go with a passion for me. And a passion for me is helping others, being able to offer information, education, or opportunities for people to do and be better, whether it be mentally, or it just total well-being. Right. So I encourage you to find your meaning and purpose. And it took me a little bit of time. It took me a little bit of therapy. It took me a little bit of crying and looking in the mirror and trying to figure it out. But don't give up. Find your passion is so important. It really does give you meaning and purpose, and it allows you to live out loud. It really, truly does. If I could say anything was La Vida Loca, that's it. Living your freaking passion. Don't allow other people or others to dictate what you do or what's right for you. Even if it's something that you want to do and nobody thinks that it's going to be good or right for you. If you're really, truly passionate about it, you don't give a damn what they think anyway. You're going to do something that's going to mean something to you. Even if it's not a career, even if it's a hobby or something that you do on the side, don't give up your passion. Find your passion, pursue your passion, and let it allow you to have meaning and purpose in your life. So those 3 P's, passion, purpose, pursue them. Okay?
Because the time is going to pass anyway. So you may as well be doing as much as you can that you enjoy. Definitely. So find your passion, find out what really makes your heart beat, and just make sure that you are doing something besides just going to work, complaining, grumbling, because that is not what life is about.
It's not.
Don't let it pass you by.
Please don't. And you got anything else for us, Doc?
No, I have a gym so that everybody can go and live out loud.
You got some gems. Well, I got one more thing before you go to your gym. Because I'm sitting here thinking, and it's funny because I would have thought you would have said it. But hey, people, I know we all got to work. We got a job. We got to make money. We got to pay bills. But again, life is not just about living and paying bills and working and going home, go sleep and doing this shit all over again. But I know that it's a reality that we have to work. We got to make money. We got to pay our bills. But if and when you're at work, work, if you work long hours, or even if you just work a regular 8-hour job or 9 to 5 or whatever, get out of the damn cubicles and get away from your desk if and when you can, because you need to experience, like, shift your brain, change your brain. So doing 8 hours of something all day, every day, you may want to just shift your brain, go outside for lunch, take your breaks. Don't just sit at your desk all day and work and, oh, I don't need a break. No, yes, the hell you do. You need a break. Get the hell away from the desk. See, if I couldn't be a manager. I'm too damn free spirit.
But that's why I didn't think of this. For one, I don't take breaks, so I do sit at my desk all day. But not even about me. Honey, these managers are not working as hard as you are about to think that they are.
Oh my
The problem is they stand outside their area too long. So that's why I never came
y'all
up
to
with
bring
that.
your ass back in.
Exactly.
And sat down and do your job. But for those of you people that are dedicated, workaholics, get the hell up, get away from your cubicle, get away from your desk, get out your office, do lunch away from the office.
Right.
You know, even if you can't, hell, go to your car, have your lunch in your car, turn on your radio, let the window down, sing loud, have people looking at you like you're crazy as hell. But just get away, change it up, break it up. Again, for those sitting in the house on the couch all damn day or working from home and you're looking behind these prison bar blinds, get the hell out, get out, do something, get moving, but change your scenery, get away from your everyday, all day norm. And I'm telling myself that while I'm telling you, and as I always say, let me encourage you while I encourage myself. So that's my laugh.
And this is funny because just the other day with the eclipse, I missed it because I would have had to get up out of my desk, get the elevator downstairs, and go outside. So I missed it. So I told Tina, I put the glasses on inside to see if I would be able to. Honey, when I tell you I was Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder in it, I couldn't see nothing, not even my hand in front of me. So that's that.
Yeah. Well, people, what we're talking about today is embracing a mindset of exploration, growth, and purpose by living out loud, by living La Vida Loca. And on that note, Doc, what's your gem? You got a gem for us today?
I do. I have a gem to share.
All right.
You want to hear it? It's about to go.
So what do you got today?
So I have one by Eleanor Roosevelt, and it goes as such. The purpose of life is to live it, to taste experience to the utmost, to reach out eagerly and without fear for newer and richer experiences. And again, that's by Eleanor Roosevelt.
That's interesting. That's a good one. So living life with purpose. Again, like we're saying, that is very important. Living on purpose with a purpose.
Yeah.
Living out loud. Well, I have one also, and it's by Oscar Wilde. And it's a little short one, but it rings very important to me. And it's sung so loud when I read it because it says, to live is the rarest thing in the world. Most people just exist. That is all. I mean, and that's the quote. So to live is the rarest thing in the world because people are just existing out here. I'm going to need y'all to stop just existing and live with purpose, on purpose, have meaning, explore things, find opportunities for growth, and just enjoy life.
Yeah, and call our line and tell us what you tried to do out of your comfort zone, or tell us what you're doing now since you heard this and you were inspired. Share it with us. We would be glad to hear it.
Well, luckily, Satin Dolls is closed because I was going to say, don't go down there. They snatching on folks.
Don't go there.
But y'all know what I'm talking about, them ratchet-ass strip clubs you got in your cities. Don't go there. But anyway, until next time, stay hopeful
and stay curious.
Before we part ways, we invite you to share your own stories, thoughts, and reflections with us. Connect with us on social media, reach out through our website, or simply leave a comment on your preferred podcast platform. Feel free to leave us in voicemail at 816-607-1243 with any thoughts, concerns, or questions that you'd like shared on Lifing 101 or just answered or addressed. If you prefer to send us an email, feel free to do so by sending it to our website, lifing101pod.com, or send us an email to info@lifing101pod.com. Your insights and experiences enrich our shared understanding of this incredible journey we're all a part of. Please subscribe to this podcast and follow our website, lifing101pod.com. And find and follow us on your favorite social media platforms. Stay hopeful, stay curious, and keep embracing the vibrant, unpredictable, and awe-inspiring journey that we call life. Goodbye for now, and may your days be filled with endless wonder.